Okay, hello everyone. Uh, just making this for YouTube, and yeah, just wanted to make another RuneScape video. Um, I did, um, I did upgrade my melee gear, and I'm wearing it right now. So I got trim masterwork and custom fitted it, and I got it spiked. So it looks pretty cool. Um, and yeah, I added a preset to my bank and stuff. So this is just a dual wield preset I have, and also got just did auto setup for dual wield for the uh, abilities and stuff, and then I'm using Ice Asylum. Um, and I can always switch between other abilities and stuff, but this Ice Asylum is a pretty cool ability. Um, another one I use sometimes is the Blood Tendrils. Um, and I think I got the tendril ones for magic and range too. I haven't used those for abilities or anything on a preset or anything, but those are pretty cool sometimes. And let me just on my phone here. Let me look up. I think the other one I use sometimes. I think it's called. Let me see. Let me just look up. Under Constitution abilities. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, sometimes I use reprisal, so I do use that sometimes on uh, some of my abilities and stuff. So um, yeah, that's just some some of the abilities that I use. But um, so yeah, that is so I got I'll show it here. So yeah, custom fit, trim, spiked masterwork, and the whole set is custom fit and spiked, which is cool. Um, and yeah, that's really cool. And got the um, got the scripture of a masket. I don't really use this that much, but it is nice just to wear it just for like the passive, like the bonuses and stuff. Um, but it's still good to have that. Um, and then yeah, I got the inverted strength skill cape. Um, got the amulet of souls. Um, and then I've had one of these before, but I just bought one again. Luck of the Dwarves. A bit of a, it's a pretty good ring and stuff. Um, I just can't teleport to the Dwarven Outpost because you have to upgrade to the next version of this. But I got the Miscellanea, Grand Exchange, Keldgrim. That's really cool. See if I go to the Dwarven Outpost. Yeah, you need to imbue yourself with the Dark Faucet of Luck to use this teleport. So that ring I think is like 400 something mil. So I'm not interested in getting that. But I've had one of these Luck of the Dwarves before, but I sold it a long time ago just because like I wasn't using it or bossing or anything like that. So I know you can get some extra drops and stuff. So but yeah, a long time ago I had like when my stats were lower, I had like full Torva for melee and stuff, and then I had a Luck of the Dwarves and stuff. But then I was just focusing on like skilling and stuff like that, and other levels and other content. So I just sold the ring. I think I needed the money at the time. But yeah, I just bought one of these again. That's really cool to upgrade that and stuff. I know with archaeology and stuff, I don't have the archaeology level, but you can get an archaeology relic. And I think you get a certain item, and then you can use the Luck of the Dwarves, and then it turns into like an archaeology relic or whatever. Then you don't have to wear the ring, but you still can get the passive if it's like in your archaeology, preset relic load order and stuff. So that's kind of cool, but I don't have that level. But yeah, so that's my, that's my setup right now. And I just wanted to upgrade my melee gear, just because, Treasure Hunter is removed, and there's lots more updates coming to the game and stuff. And I noticed the economy is like a little bit different. Some items have gone up, some items have gone down, and then just certain items, you know, people are buying up certain items to use them and stuff. People are keeping certain items in their banks, like untradeable ones, for like double experience and stuff. And yeah, people are keeping certain items. People are selling certain items, like whether it comes to rares, like affordable rares, like some of the stuff I have are like more, expensive rares. Prices are kind of going up and down. And yeah, just like things like Viswax and stuff. Like I used to do Viswax every day, but every day I stopped doing Viswax because I tried to sell it, and the Viswax doesn't sell. So, just kept all the runes and stuff in my bank. But Viswax, I did it like I think I tried twice. So far this week I've logged in twice, and I tried twice to sell Viswax. And both times I had 88 Viswax, and like I lowered the price by like 20 to 40%, and they still wouldn't sell. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do daily Viswax anymore. So I just get some Viswax, sometimes just renew them for quick teleports. So yeah, quick teleports are always good to have. Quick teleports. I'm playing on mobile, and it says I can only have 4,000 at a time. So that's that's okay. I don't quick teleport all the time, but it is nice sometimes. And then anyways, for the rest of my gear, it's yeah. So went through all the gear, just the weapons here. These are the tier 85. So I'm using the Dark Ice Shard for the main hand, and then the offhand is the Dark Ice Sliver. So these are tier 85, but they are definitely pretty good. Like just like the the passives and all that stuff, and frost blades and everything, is definitely very nice to have. This has a passive, frost and primordial ice and stuff. So they do quite a good amount of damage. So they are tier 85s, but they're definitely really good for dual wielding and stuff. I do have higher tier weapons. Like I have tier 92 weapons. I don't have any tier 95 weapons, but I mean, for two-handed, I think the best one I have, I got a Zero Scod sword. That's pretty cool. For two-handed, I think it's my best two-handed weapon. And then for necromancy, I just got some. I just have pretty mid-level necromancy stuff. But for my necromancy ranged and magic, I use the anima armors. So I just use the hybrid armor, hybrid Sliske armor for the hybrid Sliske armor for necromancy, and then just got the tier 60 necromancy weapons, just like the death lantern, and the let me look that up on my phone here. Let's just look up. I'm just on my phone because like my bank's not very organized. But yeah, I got the Death Guard tier 60 and the Skull Lantern tier 60 for necromancy, and then the hybrid anima armor or animica, or it's called anima core. But yeah, so necromancy, the hybrid for Sliske, that's what I have. Sliske, the anima of Sliske hybrid armor for necromancy. And then for ranged, I got the anima of Zamorak, and for magic, I got the anima of Saren. And then pretty normal weapons. Um, for that stuff, I got for ranged, I got the Zerite bow. That's what I've been using. Um, and then for magic, I have um, I think it's the Staff of Limitless Air. I think it's called. Oh yeah, the Staff of Limitless Air. So that's what I have for magic. But yeah, so like all my other combat styles and stuff are, they're good for my levels and stuff. But with melee and stuff, melee is my highest level. Yeah, melee is my highest level, and the melee for me has always been, even when I played RuneScape years ago, melee has always been, you know, the most common style that I use. Even on other accounts and stuff, like when I used to play RuneScape 2 and stuff on other accounts. And then when I first started playing on this account, I always use melee the most. But I like all the other combat styles and stuff. I've upgraded those a lot for my levels and stuff. But melee is my most used, and yeah, that's I just wanted to get, just because they removed Treasure Hunter and stuff, and I seen that Trim Masterwork was I have the money, so it was definitely affordable. I still have lots of money in the bank, but I know like in the future they're gonna have updates to the combat styles. They're gonna have 120 ranged, 120 magic, and 120 melee skills. And then from there they're gonna, balance them and rework them and change a lot of different stuff. They're gonna change, food and everything, and they're gonna change abilities and all that stuff. Adrenaline. I know with ranged magic they're gonna change like how ammo works and stuff like that, like how you use runes. They're gonna change ammo for bows and stuff and ranged. So I just wanted to upgrade my melee while True Masterwork was still not too expensive. So yeah, I just went to the Grand Exchange and I bought it, and I bought the Glorious bars too, just to spike it and stuff. And I just custom fitted it. But I think I spent like for all of it. Um, I'll go to my bank here after in a sec. I think I spent like yeah, I think I spent um I mean, also I bought the Luck of the Dwarves ring. Um I don't know. I think I spent like a little bit over 400 mil, something like that. So um that's definitely pretty cool. I think it wasn't too expensive. And I still have my regular masterwork in the bank too. So just because repairing true masterwork, you just need a full set of regular masterwork, and then you can repair your true masterwork. So that's regular masterwork's not too expensive, but this with custom fitting it and stuff, it does last a lot longer, and it doesn't degrade for Slayer tasks, Elite dungeons, and Reaper tasks. So that's definitely really cool. And yeah, this was always an armor I wanted to get, so it does look really cool, and also just all the bonuses and stuff of True Masterwork, like damage is done over time to you and stuff like that, and I can actually look that up on my phone. Let's see, just go on my phone here. So yes, True Masterwork. When damaged per piece worn, 10% of the incoming damage is delayed and dealt over the next 6 seconds. 50% with all 5 pieces. So that's definitely really cool, I think. Really good for bossing and stuff like that. And just the aesthetics and stuff too. It looks really cool, and it is tier 92 armor, which is really nice. But yeah, like I'm using these dual wield weapons. I do have some higher tier weapons. Like I said, no tier 95s. I'm not gonna buy tier 95s. Like the Langs and stuff. The Langs are really expensive. And just tier 95 weapons are just the ones that are out there. Even some of the tier 99 weapons, some of them are just not that worth it. Just like stat wise and stuff. A lot of people use them and stuff, and they are good for certain content in this game, but they're really expensive. I think the Langs are. Let me look up the price of the Langs. let's look up the price of the Langs. So yeah, the dark shard of Lang is 583.1 mil in the Grand Exchange. Um, and the let me see, there's a passive effect with these. Um, and yeah, there's a passive effect. Um, yeah, the dark sliver of Lang is the offhand, and that is 600.4 mil. So it's like, a billion or over for the two weapons. And they are good weapons and stuff, for certain content and bossing, but they do look cool, but you can dye them and all that stuff, but they're quite expensive, and they're just stat wise, I've watched a couple of YouTube videos on it, and stat wise they're just not that great. For what I do in this game, these tier 85 ones are fine. I don't these tier 85 ones are fine. I don't need the I don't need the tier 95 weapons, or the tier 99, like the masterwork 2 sort of stuff like that. I don't need that stuff. These are fine for the bosses and stuff that I'm doing, or just doing Slayer stuff like that, or elite dungeons and stuff. That it's just they're totally fine. I do have some tier 92 weapons that are really good. I got the Abyssal Scourge. I got the Kopesh, the dual wield Kopesh swords. And yeah, those are really cool. So the tier 92s are really good too. So if I ever want to have the tier 92 with this True Masterwork, the tier 92 weapons and the armor together, I can always switch those and use those depending on what content I'm doing. But so yeah, that's really, really cool. And yeah, I'm just in Varrock here. I'm over, there's a bank over here. But yeah, I haven't gotten any experience or levels or anything. Just logged in today and upgraded my melee gear. But yeah, like I was saying, I wanted to upgrade this just before some of the prices change. Some of these new updates. Some of these updates in the future, they might change the economy and stuff. So I just wanted to get them before. I just wanted to get them before some of the prices change. While I have the money. Really cool here. This is that NPC Max, Master of All 3 gear Max cape. And yeah, really cool looking guy. Cool armor and stuff. And yeah, just cool that NPC is there. There's also the Completionist cape. I think it's like somewhere over there, the Varrock Museum, somewhere over there. You get the Completionist cape and the Trim Completionist cape. And then I think when you want to get the Master Trim Completionist cape, you have to go to Falador Park, and then you can do that. But I don't have the requirements for any of those capes, but I've seen lots of YouTube videos and stuff on it. It's definitely pretty cool. There's a guy in my clan who has he's just got a regular Completionist cape. That looks really cool. But yeah, go to my bank here, and yeah, so I got 831 mil. So it's a really good cash stack still. Let's examine. So almost 832 mil. So 831.9 mil, which is good. And the bank's the same. It's so you got the regular masterwork there still. And the bank is about the same. Well, it is the same. I just haven't. The only thing I added, just at the bottom here, I got the placeholders for the True Masterwork. I got a placeholder for the Luck of the Dwarves. So, and then over here, people can see by the overloads over here, I got, some range stuff, the Anima Core, the staff, the magic. I got my necromancy stuff there too, the hybrid armor. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So, I got all the gear upgrades and stuff that I wanted to, which is really cool. And I got quite a few different, ability presets and presets for my equipment and stuff. And yeah, that's definitely pretty cool. So the bank is the same. And I still have a lot of stuff I could sell, but I'm gonna wait right now. Like when it comes to runes, I got quite a lot of each rune, except the necromancy ones. But I got, a lot of runes and stuff. These are worth quite a lot of money. I did buy these a long time ago for Viswax. Made quite a lot of money off daily Viswax and stuff, and got quick teleports and everything. But I got rune arrows and stuff there too. Those are worth a little bit of money. But I'm just gonna keep these for now. I'm just gonna wait until the updates come out, and wait for the economy to change, and then I can see what kind of items I want to sell and stuff. Like when it comes to, runes and stuff or arrows and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait for now. But yeah, I still have, my bank is good and stuff, and um, yeah, it's really cool. So I could go. One thing too, I've never done quests. Let's go to Keldagrim. I never did quests or anything here. I don't know if I have the requirements for any of the quests, but just show off, um, just the area here. It looks really cool. Um, just I don't think Keldagrim has been updated graphically yet, but it is really cool. And you just have to go here, just like finish up the cutscene stuff, travel there, and you don't have to do the quests or anything. And then you just unlock this area, and you can teleport there with the ring, which is really cool. Yeah, it's just the dwarf area, which is cool. So, um, so yeah, definitely really cool. And and yeah, let's teleport. Let's just go to the Grand Exchange, and and yeah, so yeah, pretty cool. And yeah, definitely pretty cool. I think so. It was really good to upgrade this gear and stuff, and it looks really cool. And yeah, it looks really cool. So that's good. And my skills here, my skills are still the same. Um, and at some point, I'll probably get some skill levels and stuff. Probably some virtual levels and a couple levels, but not right now. Um, but yeah, I can get some levels and stuff in the future. But for now, everything is still the same. And yeah, still not gonna play too much RuneScape right now. But I think in the future, once some more updates and stuff come out, like the new area expansion, um, I can look that up on my phone. I think it's called Haven. Um, Haven's Height, I think. Haven Height. So that's going to be a new area expansion. Um, it says here on the wiki, um, it's going to be some new boss fights, new quests, 110 Hunter, access to Vampirium, which is going to be a Vampirium. I guess it's I think it's part of the vampire quests. Um, and then, Haven Height over time, I think they'll have part one and then part two will come out later in the year. They're going to have new quests, mini quests, new region, new bosses, 110 Hunter, new tier 85 to 90 ranged armor, new masterwork ranged armor. They already have masterwork magic armor in the game. Black Chimchampas, skilling activities, clockwork birdhouses, clockwork box traps, new archaeology dig site. Then they'll have part two of Haven Height and later in the year. So obviously part one's not out yet, but I'll wait for some updates like that. I don't know if I'll do any of the content, but that Haven Height area looks pretty cool. The new area expansion. I think it'll probably have a new lodestone and stuff, which is cool. And then some of the other updates, right? Like like the just all the combat style reworks and stuff like that. And all the melee skills and magic and range stuff, all of them going to 120. I'll check out those updates. I'm not going to go and get those levels, but it'd be cool to just check out the economy of the game and just the updates and stuff. And it'd be kind of cool to like check that out. So, and just other updates like experience balances and stuff. And changes to the game and everything. So the character model rework, stuff like that looks pretty cool. So I'm not gonna play too much RuneScape right now, but it was good to upgrade my stuff, and I'll check out some other. I'll check out the other updates in the future and stuff, and at some point I'll maybe get some levels and stuff, and make some more videos and stuff, and yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But go to the Grand Exchange here. Let's just look at something that is. Let's look at a party hat. There we go. I do have a golden party hat in the bank. It's like 169 mil. I do have one of those. But that's what people call like affordable rares. They still look really cool and stuff. And I just wanted one because it's part of the 20th anniversary of RuneScape. That's really cool. But these other party hats, this party hat, this one went down 2 bill. This used to be 14 bill. Now it's 12 bill. So yeah, that went down 2 billion GP. That's from the Christmas event. People can get that. Blue party hat. I remember at one point the blue party hat was over 100 bill. The green party hat, that's almost 40 bill. Purple party hat, 51 bill. Red party hat, 60 bill. Yellow party hat, 40 bill. And the white party hat is almost 80 bill. So yeah, some of these used like this is what I'm talking about with the economy, right? Like you still see players with party hats. I'm not interested. I mean, I have my golden party hat. I'm not interested in buying these other ones. I don't have the money, but just like some of these, I've watched some YouTube videos and stuff. I was watching like Nightmare H and stuff like that, and he always likes to buy rare items, and he has lots of money and stuff. But yeah, he was just talking about how like some rares are going up, some rares are going down with the prices and stuff. So it is. That's because of the updates and stuff like that. Whereas normally, like those items for years were like kind of similar prices, but now they've dropped, billions of GP or tens of billions of GP, and some of them might go up in the future. They might go down, but yeah, just thought I'd show off some party hat prices and stuff there, just kind of showing off the economy and stuff, and yeah, it'd definitely be interesting to see how the economy is in the future in this game. But but yeah, it'd be cool to check out, like I said, the other updates and stuff in the future in this game. So that's kind of cool, and it was good to upgrade my gear and stuff. So yeah, just thought I'd make this video. So yeah, that'll be it for this video though. So yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Peace out.